Alright, YouTube, this is going to be the video of the evening. So, I'm done charging for today. Sitting at 97. It came down from 70, I want to say, or maybe 60 this morning, 70. So, I'm going to have to put a charger back on this. I do not have enough solar coming in. And most of you already knew that. And just for me, I don't care what people say. You can tell me the sky is blue until I witness and do it myself. Then I understand. I trust no one. I don't take what people say. I just don't care what people say. Um, and I've had people tell me that's not enough wattage coming in, and I kind of knew it, but I just need to run this to make sure what I'm reading, what people are telling me is actually the truth. So um, I just don't have enough solar coming in. That's 400 watts ain't gonna do it. And actually, I'm not getting 400 watts. I'm only getting 250, 300 is the best I've seen. So um, I'm gonna go back up there this weekend, make sure just make sure everything's put together right. Um, Now we've had some great Sundays, so sunny days. Now the panels need to be about 35 degrees. They are a 42. I don't know if that angle's not quite perfect, and so I don't expect 400 watts. You know what I'm saying? Those are ideal conditions. But 300, I expect more than 300. Hell, my 200-watt panel puts out 150. You know what I'm saying? 175 on good days. So, oh well. So, um, I just don't have that much solar coming in. So, um, I think I'm just going to go ahead and plug my refrigerator back into my outlet. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that now because this is a battle that I will not win. Um, I had put that on there last night, the charger, and I had to shut the refrigerator off. I had to turn the power inverter off for a few hours so that this can charge up. I got up, I don't know, went to bed about 9, got up 12:30 to go pee, I think, or something, and it was charged up. So, well, I think for now, this is the concept. I need to bring in 400 more watts, and this guy right here on YouTube, this dude right here, Gold. He's got these great playlists, and right now he's got my fault. He got a calculator that you put into your panels, right? And so the panels I'm using are 22.7, 100 watts, 5.55 amps. The rating is 10. My battery bank voltage is 12. Panels in series, panels in each string. So they give you diagrams on exactly how I'm doing this. It's going to be 4S2P. This will be easy mode because I'm on exact mode, and he tells you the results of this. And this right here, this temperature, I did not take in consideration because I was looking at the Victron charge controller was 130 because I need about 30 amps, 27 amps. But I didn't take into consideration the temperature because it's going to start getting cold, and colder the panel is, the better it produces. So it figured out it's going to be, right now it's at 90 volts. The best I've gotten so far was 71. But the colder it gets, the higher the volt's going to go up. And I'm going to need about a 56 amp output, 55 when I did my calculations. And then the solar array is going to be at 11.1 amps when it's shorted out because you add the 55 times 2. So this tells you everything you need to know and gives you a recommendation of Victron, of course. And this Victron is 150/60 because they don't have a 100, 150, and a 250. They don't have anything else. And that is right here at $351. And this is cool because it's got the MC4 connectors coming into it. So let's see if we can find a normal 150, 60. Let's see. On the 150/60, you got the MC connectors. It'll take me a minute here. Yeah, 150/60. That's the MC4 connectors there. Well, that's all they sell. That's 150/70, 85. So we go to 150/70, you know, 10 amps more, and it's still 151. So I mean, it's no slouch. And then for about $25 more, you can get the one with the screen. The screen's $30. So I'm going with the MC4 connector because it's a whole lot easier to bring in instead of trying to do the ferro and all that. So yeah, so you know, I really don't know yeah, for me to bring in more wattage. Yeah, right now I know because I got to get the yeah, I have to get the charge controller. I have to get the wire, the more panels with the bracket, and you know you're looking at $728. You know, I'm like, whoa, yeah, that's something that I cannot do right now. So as of right now, my solar is done. I'm going to plug the refrigerator back in and just undo my solar panels coming in and just leave it for the winter because I can't do nothing else with it. It's not charging enough coming in. You know, I can use my Blue Eddy still because at 200 watts for charge that up real nice. But as for my solar panel set up here, it's done. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it set up in case power goes out or something like that, you know. But I might just leave it plugged in, just keep the batteries topped off, something like that. But I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna turn off and plug my fridge back into the outlet because I do not have the solar coming in to charge it up. I'll be fighting it all the time, and then I gotta, you know, run the generator. I tried to run a generator for about an hour and a half, and it wasn't charging this up at all. So I gotta. Where is that cord going to? Oh, that's going to that. Okay. So, thanks for the comments, but right now I'm tapped. I just do not have enough solar, and so as for this experiment, it's done. Like I said, yesterday I didn't even get close to charging up. Had to charge it up on a charger last night. I tried running off the generator because, you know, if you're living out of a van or something, you don't have shore power. And it took like I was almost a good hour into it, and it wasn't even close. I still had another hour and a half, 2 hours of charging. So I unplugged it, stuck it into the wall, and from there it charged up all the way. So, but yeah, I can still leave that plugged in, the Blue Eddy, because 200 watts will charge that up easy. I don't need no hours. But roughly, that's what I'm looking at. That is maxed out anyway. At 400 watts, I need a 30 amp. That's only 20. So, so I was looking at the 130 charge controllers. They're 125 a piece. Let's go do that math real quick. Let's see what I need. Hold on. Let's do that math real quick. Okay, let's go up here because it's a pretty cool calculator. Okay, so let's back that down to 4 panels and string. There we go. So we'll be looking at 400 watts. So we have right now. This is a setting we have right now. And mine's only 100 volts, so I could be overpowering on the volts when it gets colder. Controller output needs to be 28, it's only 20. And so they recommend the 150/35. So let's go up here and let's go. See, this is what I was looking at right here. The 130 is 125. So we need 135. Let's go up here and that's a 150/35. Yeah, 150/35. 150/35 is 177. Okay, so to handle safely, what about 150/30? Do they have that out there? 150/30? We'll see. It's 171. 150. Nope, they don't have the 150/30. Nope. 150/35 is best you're gonna get. 130. I got it for 109 on that one. That's a pretty good deal. It's 125 on the other. That's funny. One could say one could be from Victron, it could be 109, and then you go up to same thing, 130 Victron, 125. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't make sense. Unless the name is Victron, a different seller. And I don't know how you tell. But yeah, you're looking at the 150, you're looking at 168, 171. Let's do that math real quick. Let's do the math. Let's do the math. Alright, let's do the math. So, we got 168, 336. So we'll buy 2 of these charts. So yeah, I mean it's still a lot of money. It's 351 for the one that can handle all 800 watts, or it's 336 and it can have. So I get 2 of them for $336, and they're 400 watts a piece. Or I can get 1 charge controller for $351. So you're looking at $15, $16 difference. Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's just too much for me to spend right now. I mean I don't quite have it. I will have it in a couple days, but I don't really want to go that far with it right now, because this is just more for an emergency. Actually, I just want to have enough juice to power a couple of these. So I think the best bet for me is to maybe buy a nice one, a bigger one or something, because there's nothing wrong with this. The only issue I have with this is this display right there. When it's out in direct sunlight, you cannot see it. It sucks. When you inside out the sunlight like right now and stuff, it's nice and bright. But if you're in direct sunlight, it's useless. Now I do tell you, I've had this on that Bluetti, and that Bluetti ran it. I had it just off the Bluetti. I didn't have Bluetti plugged in or nothing, and I had this cooler loaded up down to 28 degrees. I had on that Bluetti, and I had it for 12 hours, and it was down to, I don't remember, 50% maybe, somewhere down there. I mean, I could have gone 24 hours on that cooler off that Bluetti. So this uses hardly anything. So I'm thinking about really investing in a couple more of these, and because that battery bank can definitely handle this. Charging up the watts, what the system I have right now, I think be better for me, because that charge controller is underpowered for the 400 watts I'm bringing in. It's getting colder. It's gonna be even more. I think I'm done with the solar, meaning I'm not done with the solar, but I'm not running my fridge off the grid anymore. Yeah. So I think I'd be spending my money wisely if I buy a couple more coolers, because I don't have a lot of food in my fridge. I don't keep a lot of food. Just because of that reason, power goes out, something happens, and I'm screwed. Like I said, like 3-4 years ago, we had power outage. About 3 years now. Had a power outage. I was out for 4 days. Lost all my food. I have to have a fan to sleep with. Got to have that noise. It was lucky. It was about this time of year. It wasn't too hot. I think it was like July of August, like a couple years ago. This would be about 3 years. About 3 years ago, I want to say now. And the whole area was all out for days, 4 days actually. And I didn't have none of this. That's why I got this for emergency. I want a fan. I want the noise of a fan. And so I started out with just a battery. I actually got the battery, and then I got the Lucidity battery box down there. Great battery box, by the way. Has a 1,000-watt inverter on there, so that was just going to be enough for me. Has a built-in charge controller, so I bought the 200-watt bifacial, the JJN. And then I bought the battery box, and then I bought a battery, and then I bought the generator. I was just use that to charge up the refrigerator when I need it. And then I got the second. Then I got what did I get? I got the second battery. I think. Second battery. Then I got charge controllers. I got 1 to 2 next. And then I got the other. Whatever I got first, I got the other one. Then I got the battery box. So I stuck all this in the battery box. And so I used the charge controller to bring in solar. And then I use the charge controller to charge up the battery in the blue one, because it doesn't have a charge controller. That's a Bluetti box. And then I just hooked the solar power straight up to the Lucidity box, and I had a charge controller, so that's why I did all that. And then I just recently got the 400 watts up on the roof, the 400 solar panels. I just got that. I got that about the same time I got all this other stuff. So, but yeah, I'm gonna let this go. It's about 20 minutes long, so I think. Oh, well, I'm not thinking. My fridge is back on the grid. I can't run my fridge. I just don't have enough solar coming in. I need about $1,000 more to get the fridge off the grid. Well, then you need a 3 to 4 day supply. I don't have that. I have a good day off of this. I can run this for a good 24 hours before it gets too low. So, it's just about money, guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't get people. I don't have companies backing me up or sending me products to review. I don't have none of this, so therefore everything's out of my pocket. So I just don't want. I just don't want to spend that kind of money. Hey, start the show, Saturn. Give me kissies. There she is. Give you guys kissies. Yep. So that's the issue I have right now. So I think I'm gonna go on YouTube and maybe buy a couple more coolers because I do have 3 outlets for cigarette lighters. And I think if I just run these fridges off of the batteries, and then by the time I start charging again, I don't have to charge, 1,000 watt hours. Because I run about 90 watt hours an hour. That's what that averages. So you're looking at a 12-hour period. I mean, you round up to 1,200, 100 watt hours, and you use 100 watts an hour, and you look at 1,200 watts, and that's almost half of that battery bank. But then when you get to 1,200 watts, so to figure out what you need, so you take the 1,200, and you divide that by the watts coming in. So let's just be all 250. I've seen 300 a couple of times, but average about 250. So I'm going to need 4.8 hours to charge up those batteries from 1,200. That's half. Okay. Right now we're working on about 4 sun hours. I think we're working on right now. About 3 sun hours. She's tired. So, but then also I'm running the refrigerator at the same time I'm charging up the batteries. So the batteries, I'm just that 400 watts ain't gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. If I have the full, so let's go back here and do this math real quick. So if we have 1,200. I know I can use my keyboard, but I don't. Yeah, so I have the 800 watts coming in. We ain't gonna have 800 watts, so let's go 600. 2 hours. That's definitely doable. So I can put 800 on the roof, and we'll see about maybe 600 of it. Because right now I got 400, and I see maybe 30. It averaged between 250. I mean, when it was pure sun the other day, it was I could have got to 300. And true, my panels need to be about 35 degrees. They're about 42, so maybe that has an issue with it. And I don't expect all the 400 watts from it. I know there's lots of stuff involved, so I am expecting though close to 400 because I can get my 200 watts on my bifacial. I get good 150 into this, so it's there. So yep, so as of right now this refrigerator experiment is off. I just can't do it. It just won't charge, and I'll fake running that every day, every night, just to keep the fridge. Now, if power goes out, then I know I can do it, and I got a generator and enough gas. So, if the power goes out, then I know I can do it. I got to charge it up every night off a generator to top it off before I go to bed, and then and hopefully it'd be sunny somewhat the next day, ish. So. Well, that's it, YouTube. So I'm going to get off of here, and thank you guys for watching and commenting. For those guys who have commented, as of right now, this is it's just going to be dead in the water for a little bit. I'm going to see about buying a couple more of those and move out of the refrigerator maybe. I don't know, but yep. Right now it's money. I need about well, about $800, $1,000 to get the charge controller that I need. So and the other issue is, do I just get the big charge controller like they suggest? It handles the 800, or do I get the two 150/35? Do I get two of these? And then I have 400 on one charge controller, 400 on the other. And if a charge controller goes out, I still have one string and a backup in my other charge controller. Or do I just go ahead and and get the 150? You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. What do I do? How do I do this? Right now you're looking at $728. That's not even counting the wiring. I gotta go from charge controller to the battery. So do I? I don't even have the Lynx distributor on there. So yeah, this is not going. I'm financially stuck. So I'm gonna have to leave it there, guys. So I might not be posting for a while. It might be a while until I get something new. But as of right now, you can run the fridge for at least a day on 200 amp hours. And now she wants to play. She's playing all nice. She's wanting to fight me. So, she doesn't play very often. No, she knows. She's a pretty laying back kitty. She's hungry. She's trying to get some blood. Yep. So I'll get off of here before I start screaming. She's in that mood here. Smile. Now America sees how you really are. You're not this sweet little kitty. See? Okay. I'll talk to you guys later.